All right, so here we go. Welcome back to Market Pros. Here we have Bitcoin on Bybit on the daily. Okay, so let's go ahead and zoom this out. Oh, shit. All right, so here on the daily, your RSI, which is a momentum oscillator, judges bullish and bearish momentum, is riding the top of that bearish control zone. So if we enter that and break this last low, I would expect us to break down a little bit, possibly back down to the bottom of the range, about 16,440. Then we'll come back to it, because if we break down below that, it's not going to look good. We'll get more into that. All right, MACD, below your zero line, momentum is just not there. I mean, as you see, we're going sideways right now because your BBWP, which is a volatility measurement, is hitting the floor right now. Even your moving average has a negative slope, printing those dark blue bars. As soon as this thing turns around, gets above the 10 percentile and its moving average, I would expect a big move to happen. All right, so let's go down to the 8-hour. 8-hour RSI. Neutral median zone, testing your signal line right now. Like I said, if you do enter the bearish control zone on these higher term time frames, that's not going to look good. I mean, we're going sideways right now. As you see, BBWP trying to get out of that 10 percentile, trying to cross its moving average. So the volatility could happen pretty soon, actually, which means we're either going to break out one side of this range. All right, so let's go down to the 4-hour. 4-hour RSI. Nosediving right now. Signal line has a negative slope, crossing that neutral median line. BBWP starting to get down, probably going to cross that 10 percentile region. We could consolidate here for a little bit longer and then either break down or break out. Let's go to the 1-hour. So on the 1-hour, your moving averages are curling over right now. Your 21 and your 50 are curling over. All right, you are entering the bearish control zone. You even had a retest of the top of it. MACD crossing that zero line. Negative momentum's picking up as the BBWP is pointed to the upside. I do have an alert here that's probably going to get crossed at the POC point of control in the VPVR and where the 100 is, because if we break this on a 1-hour closure, I would expect this to come down towards the bottom of this range at 16,440. 16,440. That goes in confluence with that level we talked about before. Let's go to the 15-minute zoom in right now. So you do have a multi-moving average crossover. You are in the bearish control zone. MACD is below the zero line, which is a signal. All right. I do expect this to go down. All right. We could get a bounce, possibly up to these moving averages or something, but that's lesser probability. Now remember, like I said, if we break down below 16, I'd even say 16,600, just because that's the even number, and that would basically fill this last breakout point. So if we break that, we're probably going down to 16,480, 16,475. Okay, if we break 14 or 16,475, I do expect us to come down to this last wick low at 16,200. We break 16,200. Zoom out a bit. Break. Oh shit, not that. All right, so if we break 16,200, I would expect this to come all the way down to 15.5. We break 15.5, we're heading down. We're collapsing. Probably down to the 13.5, lower 13s, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so bullish case. Let's go back down to the 15-minute. Bullish case is that you get back above these highs at 16,760 region. If you can break out above that, 18K's in the cards. All right, and this could be a massive bear trap, but we'll find out, because we have fallen below, pretty much the range lows, but this could always be a bear trap too. And that would signify us getting back above the point of control in the VPVR at about 16,725 and all these moving averages. If that happens, I would expect us to break the top of this previous range, about 16,760. All right, so that's really about it for Bitcoin. If you guys like this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. check out the links in the description below. One being the Discord. Join the damn Discord. It is the place to be. Also, we have events every week. Definitely stay tuned for those. We also share our trades. We share our strategies, tips. You know what I mean? Like, definitely join the Discord. There's a lot of value there. We're getting more active, growing fast. So definitely join. And turn on those bell notifications so you get notified with this time-sensitive content. A lot of times when I make these videos, the move happens right after. So definitely turn on those bell notifications. Okay, so here on Ethereum, actually, let's go to over here real quick. So we are bouncing off these order blocks. We're stuck in between them, cracking back and forth. Stochastic is pointing to the downside, entering that oversold region. So if we do enter this and break these last lows, I mean, that's going to be some strong downwards momentum here. And I would expect this to come down to 16,565 and then back to that 16,540 or that level from before. All right, so let's go back to Ethereum. Ethereum going sideways. Looks like we're making a BART. I mean, we could come all the way back down to 1,200. Maybe even 1201 where this VPVR level is. That would fill this inefficiency right here. And it would clarify the BART. Right now, RSI, bearish control zone, deep in the bearish control zone right now, below your signal line. Come on, fucking trading view. All right, MACD, below your zero line. Did find some resistance there. Negative momentum's pretty stable right now. BBWP is touching the ceiling. So volatility, I do expect the volatility to continue for Ethereum. All right, let's jump up to the 1 hour real quick. Entering the bearish control zone on the RSI. MACD about to cross that zero line. Negative momentum's picking up on the histogram as the BBWP is skyrocketing with the moving average having a positive slope. Okay, so bearish case is that you break these moving averages. I'd even say 1,200. Yeah, 1,200. You break that. Bottom of the previous range lows at 1182 region. Possibly even these wick lows at 1180. You break 1180, 1080s in the cards, then $1,000. Okay, bullish case is that you get back into this red zone at these wick highs, 1223. If you can get back above there, 1325 is in the cards. All right. So, I mean, that's basically it for Ethereum. Ethereum's pretty clear cut right now. Let's go to Solana. Solana has had quite the bounce. Quite the bounce right now. I mean, we really set that up for a bear trap right there. RSI deep in the overbought region. I mean, we're hot right now. We're hot. MACD, strong upside curvature. Positive momentum spiking on the histogram as your BBWP is skyrocketing. Solana really turned around right here. I mean, your moving averages are all curling up. This thing's going parabolic. Now, if we start breaking down, if we break 21, I mean, it's clear cut. 1171. You break 21, probably coming all the way down to the POC point of control at $10. Break $10. This was one big bull trap, and I do expect you to come all the way back down to the $8 mark. Excuse me. You break $8, take it $1 at a time, $7, $6, $5. Take it $1 at a time, maybe even 50 cents at a time. I would expect big bounces there. But yeah, Solana, I mean, we're at new lows right now, so definitely stay nimble on Solana. If you got in right here, man, you made quite the you got quite the opportunity there. And yeah, I mean, that's the bearish case. Bullish case is that you get back above this previous range high at 1505. If you can do that, I mean, you got a lot of room to run. This is a big inefficiency right here. All right, so you could get all the way up to $27. This is a lot of hot air right here. I mean, I would expect a major rejection from 1850. That could be where you go. I would say that level first, 1850 region. If you can break this previous range high at $15, yeah, I mean, this thing could skyrocket. There's a lot of inefficiency right here, a lot of hot air. All right, so there's your bullish and bearish case for Solana. Okay, So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start going over the DXY. All right. And so the DXY has been trending down for quite a while, which has probably added some bullish confluence to the risk assets. Now, I do expect a bounce here, okay? We could probably get back above this 104.80 mark because your moving averages are curling up, getting a multi-crossover. You are trying to get back into that bullish control zone. MACD, strong upside curvature right now. Your positive momentum is waning a bit, but it could pick up very quickly. Your BBWP is hitting the ceiling right now. So we could consolidate here, but I do expect us to break this 104.80 mark. If that happens, next stop 105.23. After that 105.80. After that 107.16. But that's far away. All right, so we will come back to it. We're going to start covering this every day. The bearish case for the DXY is that you break 104.05. These moving averages. I would expect a major bounce at 103.40. 103.40. After that, we'll come back to it because we'd break down pretty good, and that would add bullish confluence to risk assets. Let's go over the S&P. S&P pretty much moving sideways right now. RSI riding the top of that bearish control zone. MACD pretty much reset, riding that zero line right now. The S&P is pretty neutral right now. It's all about which way of the range you break out. All right, so either you break out of 37.71 to the downside, that would be the bearish case. You break the 100 and this range high at 3882 region. I would expect a rejection from 3927, basically wherever, well, 3919 region, where this 200 ends up. After that, it would be $4,050. All right. So S&P's neutral. S&P does have something to do with Bitcoin. So we'll find out what happens next. Let's go to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, very similar. I mean, we've basically been following this regression line for a minute. We did get rejected again. So the bullish case, well, the major bullish case is that you break out of this trend line, but that's far away. The bullish case is that you make a new high, get back above this 111, 185 region, fill this gap, then get back above 11,270 and get back above this high. After that, I would expect a rejection somewhere in between 11,450 and 11,477, somewhere in this region. Okay, I would expect a rejection from that level. Bearish case that you break this last low at 10,676 region. If that happens, we're in trouble. Okay, let me go to here. If that happens, we're in trouble because this is the line in the sand at 10,700. We break 10,700. I don't even know where we're going. I mean, we could go all the way down to 9,712. Basically, this last high, that would be the next spot. I've had this line drawn for a long time. I've had this line in the sand drawn since right here. I've had all this done since right here. All right, had this box called the top. Might not believe me, but I did. Made quite a bit of money there. Not with the S&P, but with Bitcoin. Okay, so that's really about it. You know, right now we're pretty neutral, waiting to see which way of the range we break out on both the stock market and Bitcoin. Okay, so if you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below. One being the Discord, join the fucking Discord, and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified with this time-sensitive content. I wish everyone well, and I will see you tomorrow.